Did you know that tennis players tend to develop this kind of tendinitis, but you can actually get ahead of it if you're training the right way? I'm a tennis physio, and I see these injuries not only in aging adults, but it's actually quite common in youth athletes as well. So the sooner you start to address it, the better chances you have to stay on court pain-free. Patellar tendinitis happens when the tendon between your kneecap and your shin bone gets overloaded from repetitive forces. So in tennis, every time we jump, lunge, or sprint, we're just tugging on that tendon over and over and over again. And if the tendon isn't ready for all that volume, it tends to get unhappy and might start to hurt. Now, the mistake that I see players make when they feel this pain is that they tend to rest too much, or they're told that their glutes just aren't firing. But the problem is tendons don't need rest to get better. They actually need load in order to adapt and get stronger. And this specific type of exercise is a great way to start. Isometric exercise is just a fancy way of saying a muscle is contracting without the joint actually moving. I want you to think wall sit. Your quads are firing, but your knee joint isn't actually moving. Now, this is great because we get to load the muscle and the tendon without repetitively tugging on it over and over again. Now, one of my favorite exercises to start is the Spanish squat, and I normally have my athletes hold this position anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds to start building that capacity in the tendon. Now, I do want to emphasize that this is not a one-size-fits-all approach to knee pain, so I do advise if you have pain in this area, go see a medical professional so you can determine if your pain is actually coming from the patellar tendon. But even if you're pain-free, Spanish squats are a great way to start loading your tendon so you can decrease your risk for future injury.